Welcome back to W Facts. Today, we're diving into the craziest corners of the animal kingdom. Get ready to discover 20 insane animal superpowers that sound totally fake, but are 100% real. From shrimp with bullet punches to jellyfish that can cheat death. These creatures might just be cooler than your favorite superheroes. Let's dive right in. 1. The Mantis shrimp's bullet punch. The mantis shrimp looks colorful and innocent, but it packs one of the most powerful punches in the natural world. It strikes by using a spring-loaded claw that snaps shut at over 80 kilometers per hour. That's faster than a bullet fired from a handgun. The force creates shockwaves that can break shells, stun prey, and even shatter aquarium glass. So yeah, next time you see a shrimp, maybe show a little respect, or bring armor. 2. The Axolotl's regeneration powers. The axolotl, known as the Mexican walking fish, is a master of regeneration. It can regrow entire limbs, spinal cords, parts of its heart, and even significant portions of its brain. Scientists are fascinated by axolotls because they don't scar, they rebuild tissues perfectly. Imagine losing a finger and growing it back like it's no big deal. Meanwhile, we're over here needing 3 days to recover from a stubbed toe. 3. The pistol shrimp's sonic blaster. Tiny but deadly, the pistol shrimp stuns prey with sound. It snaps its claw to create a cavitation bubble that collapses with a sound louder than a gunshot, over 200 decibels. The collapsing bubble briefly heats up to over 4,800 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. It's like a tiny shrimp invented the world's smallest cannon. 4. The Lyrebird's perfect imitations. The lyrebird isn't just a good mimic, it's a sound-copying legend. It can perfectly imitate chainsaws, car alarms, camera shutters, and even human laughter. In Australian forests, people have recorded lyrebirds mimicking construction work so perfectly that even workers were confused. It's basically the ultimate prankster of the bird world. 5. The Tardigrade's extreme survival. Tardigrades, also called water bears, are practically unkillable. They can survive boiling, freezing, radiation, extreme pressure, dehydration, and even outer space. They achieve this by entering a state called cryptobiosis, where their metabolism stops and they become almost completely inert. Scientists once blasted tardigrades into space, and when they returned, they just shook it off like nothing happened. 6. The Bombardier beetle's chemical cannon. When threatened, the Bombardier beetle unleashes a rapid fire spray of boiling chemicals. It stores 2 harmless liquids in its body, and when danger strikes, it mixes them to create an explosive chemical reaction. The result? A high-pressure blast of hot, irritating liquid shot directly at predators. It's basically nature's version of pepper spray, except weaponized by a bug. 7. The Arctic woolly bear caterpillar's frozen nap. In the brutal Arctic cold, the woolly bear caterpillar freezes solid every winter. Its body shuts down completely, heart stopped, fluids frozen like an insect popsicle. It stays frozen for up to 14 years, thawing just enough in summer to eat and grow. Basically, it's the world's sleepiest animal, and somehow still more productive than some of us on Mondays. 8. The electric eel's high-voltage attack. The electric eel, actually a type of knife fish, generates shocks up to 600 volts. That's 5 times the voltage of a standard wall socket. It uses electricity to stun prey, defend itself, and even navigate murky waters. It's basically a living taser, wrapped in fish skin. 9. The Immortal jellyfish's time reversal. When injured or stressed, the Immortal jellyfish can reverse its aging process. It reverts all its cells back to an earlier stage, turning itself young again. In theory, this means it could live forever, unless eaten or killed. Talk about having the ultimate do-over button. 10. The horned lizard's bloody defense. Under threat, the horned lizard shoots jets of blood from its eyes. The blood confuses predators and tastes bitter enough to drive them away. It can fire the blood up to 2 meters, a pretty dramatic way to say, "Leave me alone." Basically, it's the lizard version of "Cry me a river." 11. The hairy frog's Wolverine claws. When threatened, the hairy frog breaks its own bones to push sharp claws through its skin. The claws tear through the skin and act like tiny weapons to fend off predators. Think Wolverine, but slimier. 12. The basilisk lizard's water walk. Nicknamed the Jesus lizard, the basilisk can sprint across water surfaces. It runs so fast, using its toes to slap the water, that it creates pockets of air to stay afloat. Scientists say it can run about 15 feet before sinking. Pretty impressive for a creature that forgot how gravity works. 13. The Archerfish's water sniper shots. Archerfish hunt insects above the water by shooting precise jets of water at them. They calculate distance and refraction perfectly to hit moving targets with deadly accuracy. Basically, it's a fish that snipes bugs better than some humans play video games. 14. The Cuttlefish's color-shifting skin. Cuttlefish are the ultimate masters of disguise. They can change their skin's color, pattern, and even texture in under a second. Some scientists call them liquid light shows. Basically, cuttlefish are underwater cosplayers, and they never miss a costume party. 15. The mimic octopus's underwater impersonations. The mimic octopus can impersonate other sea creatures like lionfish, sea snakes, and flatfish. It changes color, shape, and movement to fool predators and prey. Basically, it's the ocean's ultimate actor. Move over. Hollywood. 16. The Pygmy seahorse's perfect camouflage. The Pygmy seahorse is so well camouflaged, it wasn't even discovered until researchers collected its coral by accident. It blends perfectly with coral, matching not just color but texture. Hide-and-seek champion, Ocean Edition. 17. The Planarian worm's regenerative superpowers. Cut a Planarian worm into pieces, and each piece can regrow into a whole new worm. Scientists have cut them hundreds of times, and they just keep regenerating. It's the closest thing to immortality you can find in a puddle. 18. The hairy frogfish's fishing rod trick. The hairy frogfish has a lure on its forehead that it wiggles like fishing bait. Prey think it's a snack, until the frogfish gulps them down whole. Who knew fish could go fishing too? 19. The dolphin's underwater sound map. Dolphins use echolocation, bouncing sound waves off objects, to see underwater. They can detect shape, size, and even material with astonishing precision. Basically, dolphins invented sonar long before humans did. 20. The flamingo's pink diet. Flamingos are not born pink, they're gray or white. Their pink color comes from eating shrimp and algae rich in carotenoids. So yeah, flamingos are literally what they eat. Mind blown yet? Animals are way cooler than superheroes sometimes. Which animal's superpower was your favorite? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing facts every week.